must go to the town of Rubalcaba, my friend, if you want to find your lost soul. As long as you get there before she does, you'll find her. But it may be quite a wait.
I'll wait as long as it takes.
Manuel, are you in love with her?
Love? Love is for the living, Sal. I'm only after her for one reason. She's my ticket out of here.
Hey, boss. You gonna come downstairs? I got a customer asking for you.
You know I don't like to mingle with the customers.
Well, you may want to mingle with this one. She sounds like your type.
Meche?
Manny, help me. I've been lost for so long. Why didn't you look for me?
I did. You ran off. Why?
I've been all alone in the world for a whole year. And it's all because of you!
As soon as I find out where that ocean liner's going, I'm after it.
Ho, ho. That ship's going to Puerto Zapato. There ain't no ships going out that way but the old Limbo here, but...
But nothing.
You're not even in the Maritime Union.
So let me get this straight. If I get Gladys some tools...
Authentic CB equipment only.
I say lay down your tools right now!
And if Seaman Naranja doesn't show up for work...
But he will.
What kind of sailor are you? Can't handle booze, huh?
And I get a Maritime Union card...
I have a deal for you. If you can retrieve my money from Maximino, I can make you president of that crooked union.
Then I can sail on the Limbo in the morning.
Jeez. I guess so.
Captain Calavera?
Puerto Zapato, sailor. We're here at last. Beautiful port, isn't she?
Yes, sir. Well, there's some customs officials down below, sir. They want to search the ship.
Fine, fine. We've got nothing to hide, eh? No skeletons in our closet.
Yes, sir.
Secure the bow, boys, like a rock this time.
Manuel,
Salvador?
I hope this very urgent message gets to you in time. Our man in Zapato says Miss Colomar never made it to the port. It said she threw herself overboard at the Pearl. I don't know if you believe that. Whatever you do, do not land in Puerto Zapato. It's a trap. Assassins will attempt to board your ship disguised as customs agents. Beware, and viva la revolución!
Okay, so if you remember everything from the recap video that I made for you, then I won't have to do any explaining. Where's the run? There we go, there's the run.
Hey, Gladys was right. These do look better chromed. Hello, crew! They know.
Hang on a second. Text, voice, and text. There we go.
I hate it's attached pretty well. All hands on deck.
Where's my crew?
Everybody up here right now.
Something very suspicious is happening.
This is a code red situation. This is not a drill. Be on the lookout for assassins disguised as customs agents. Hello? Is anybody there?
I think from that point on, he'll just keep asking, is anybody there?
Tied nice and strong. We almost lost her at the last port, but it looks like they learned their lesson. No matter how heavy deck furniture looks, always use the proper cleats. I think I'll leave them tied until I find out what's going on.
Alright, so the ship is tied down nice and tight. And we have customs agents. But they're not really customs agents. They're Hector's goons. And they've come to stop us. Because they know that we are a loose end to their double-in tickets. Their double-in ticket scheme.
Ensign!
Sorry, I'm dying.
Ensign Arnold was just a kid.
Oh no, everybody's been sprouted.
I'm sorry I led you into trouble, sailor. Oh, no. This can't be happening. Hey! He's back here!
Sack him! Custom officials, open this door!
Yeah, we want to check your bags.
Don't worry, Captain. We're safe in here. Okay, let's just set the explosives and get the hell out of here.
Alright. Puzzle time.
Híjole. Gladys sure did a number on that old diesel. If it were just a little more powerful, we could probably tear on out of here.
I tried. Oh, I tried. But I failed. It's not powerful enough.
Hey, maintain, sailor. I think the best way to use this engine would be the controls over there, as opposed to the hands-on method.
Yeah, thank you for the tip. Alright, let's see where things are at. Both of our anchors are down. Alright. So, can I turn to the right? I can. Alright. So you see how my anchors are positioned now? So let's raise one of them. Put that same one back down. And you heard that? A little clank. So let's bring it back up. I think that's what I gotta do. Alright, now the anchors are hooked together. Now the reason we're doing this is because we're tied down. We can't go out there and untie ourselves, or else we'll get sprouted, so we gotta free ourselves from the ship somehow. Or free the ship somehow is what I meant to say. There he goes.
Well, there you go.
Well, there you go. Alright, so now it's linked into the window. And now we just... okay, we pull the other anchor. And this isn't going to be good.
Gladys, cover your ears.
What was that?
The dotted line, buddy.
Now let's get out of here.
Just a little farther, Gladys.
Right. Hey, if you can believe that skeletons can walk and talk, boats can go a little ways with only half of themselves.
Manny, choking!
Mira, Snap out of it, sailor.
Easy for you to say, you don't have lungs.
Hey, you live without your heart once, so you can live without air for a little while. Just until I figure out what we're gonna do. According to our map, I think that's the Pearl.
The Pearl is where Meche supposedly jumped off the ship on her way to Puerto Zapato.
I'd definitely go over there first chance I get, but there's a lot of dark water between here and there.
What's so scary about the dark water?
Beware, brave captain. Here in the darkest depths of the Sea of Lament dwell the most horrible monsters of all. The fearsome, murky demons of the deep will swallow you whole the instant you leave this pool of light. Heed my warning, or take one step forward and learn for yourself.
All right, I believe you. Just quit it with the creepy spirit of the land voice, huh?
For real.
Here comes one now.
A demon?
Amigo.
Huh? Who? Oh, geez, another shipwreck. You see, that's why I never travel by boat.
We've had a little accident. Think you could help us out?
Depends on what kind of help you're looking for.
Could we borrow that light for a second?
Sorry, I'm kind of attached to it.
Could you take us to the Pearl?
Ha! You don't believe those old stories, do you? You think somewhere in this ocean there's a gigantic pearl that shines so brightly it can be seen from passing ships? And that sometimes sailors so allured by its luster actually fling themselves overboard to dive for it and are never heard from again?
Yeah, and I think it's right over...
Bah! I've been walking this ocean for years. I ain't never seen it.
No, really. The Pearl is right
For real.
over there.
You poor sucker, that's the moon! Tell me you didn't come all this way out here to pearl dive the moon.
That ain't no moon dog.
Could you send for help?
Oh, sure. I promise to call for help at the next phone booth I walk by.
What are you doing down here?
Trying to get out of the land of the dead, same as everybody else.
Why are you walking instead of taking a ship?
Got sick of waiting around Rubicava for a boat. Figured I'd make better time this way.
Why didn't I think of that? How do you know where you're going?
See the moon over there? I just keep it on my right. That way I know I'm heading in a straight line.
But...
Oldest trick in the book.
Is everything okay with your eyebrows?
Them is barnacles, genius. I don't move fast enough to shake them, so they tend to pile up. I don't mind, though. They're the only company I got. Ain't you, boys?
How long have you been down here?
Well, let me put it this way. I wasn't always this color.
Shouldn't you have hit dry land by now?
I'm trying to cross a big ocean here, Sonny. What do you know about it?
I've already done it. In a boat.
A boat? Don't talk to me about boats.
What's your problem with boats, dog?
What's the problem with boats?
We had such a nice boat. Why is everybody always talking about boats? You got a perfectly good pair of legs. Why not use them, I say?
Let me guess. You died in a boat wreck.
A boat wreck would have been better than what happened to us. Led off course by bad equipment, lost for weeks, no food, no shelter from the sun. We'd started throwing the dead overboard. But then the sharks began following the boat.
What happened in the end?
What happened was, I learned 3 valuable lessons. Stay away from boats. When it comes to navigation, trust only the moon and the stars. And when there's only 2 of you left, never, ever go to sleep.
How have you kept that light going all these years?
Well, I found this coral, this glow-in-the-dark coral. Damnedest thing. Glows like a lightning bug and never seems to wear out.
I had some of that once. Made a nice grappling hook.
I don't think you had what I got, because I don't think you've been to the place where I got it.
We did have a piece of shining coral. It belonged to Domino.
Where'd you get the coral?
Edge of the world, boy. That's the only place it grows.
Oh boy. You guys ready for this? I'm gonna do this to you. I'm gonna do it to you.
Could we tag along with you?
Well, it's a long walk you're talking about.
We don't have any other choice.
Oh, all right then. Lift those knees, stick close to my light, and try to sing in key. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Hide it under some seaweed. No, I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under some seaweed. No, I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under some seaweed. No, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Scare away sea monsters.
Yeah, Malice Toaster, I agree with you. This is definitely the weakest of all 4 chapters. It's also the shortest. It's only an hour.
I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. I'm not gonna let you touch it. No, I'm gonna let it shine. I'm not gonna let you touch it. No, I'm gonna let it shine. Not gonna let you touch it. No, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Definitely 100% Tim Schafer's worst moment in writing. I don't know who thought that was funny, but I thought I'd share it with all of you so that you would know my pain. Alright, that's it. We're done.
I thought that looked like our ship.
That's just a trick the ocean plays on your mind, kid. Makes everything look the same after a while, like you was going in circles.
Well, this isn't the kind of progress I was hoping for.
Oh, well, the wet march of the soul ain't for everybody.
Well, I don't want to break your stride there.
Okay, see you around.
Watch out for sea monsters.
Who? These guys?
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, they don't mess with old Chipito. I'm too bright for 'em. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Hey, lay off.
Take it, Gladys. Thank you.
What am I supposed to do with this?
Follow me.
Where are you taking me?
To the moon.
Manny, is that...
It is the pearl.
Ooh-wee! I knew I'd find her someday. I'm rich, 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 rich.
Shh, something's happening.
Manny, what's going on?
No, the people from my ship? Just kidding, that wasn't my ship.
I don't know, but I don't like the way that thing's looking at us.
People throw themselves off boats to obtain the pearl because they're idiots.
I think we found our transportation. Hey, I've got more important things on my mind than jewel theory.
Not me!
Still not blue. Does he have secret gills somewhere? Hey, Chipito, go for a swim, will you? You're drawing too much attention to us.
Too bad. I'm sticking to you like the barnacles on my eyebrows, so don't even think of sneaking off with my pearl.
Hey, Chipito,
Stop.
go for a... You're drawing...
I'm sticking to
Stop.
you.
Gladys, go down there and talk demon talk to that octopus.
Heck no. I'm scared. I'm staying up here with you.
Alright, let's get started. This little puzzle's easy. Yeah, these little grabby arm things, like little barnacles.
I think we found our transportation. Not quite as famous as the pearl is the slimy barnacle-covered old rock of legend. I don't want to get tangled up in those.
Geppetto will follow us. And we get him stuck to it.
Hey, lay off! Hey, where are you going? You can't leave me here all alone! Come back here!
She's coming back.
Looks like we're heading south! But there's nothing on that edge of the world! Except the edge!
The edge of the world. The 8th underworld has an edge. What is this mysterious place?
Manny?
Don't ask, carnal, cause I don't know.
Shall we investigate?
Getting a little blue around. See any hint of that octopus swimming around here?
No, but I can smell him.
Well, I say we just go inside.
Gladys, I'm gonna sneak inside and look for Meche.
What if that octopus comes back while you're gone?
Poke him in the eye and steal his sub.
Stupid octopus.
I hope you guys are ready.
Meche,
Manny, what are you doing here?
I wanted to see how your trip was going, Angel. I am your travel agent, you know. By the way, thanks for that bottle of champagne you sent me. It really hit the spot.
You were headed for a trap. I was trying to warn you. Domino was using me like bait. I didn't want you to end up a prisoner here like me.
Prisoner? Where's your cell? Or are you just sharing a bunk with the warden?
If that's what you think of me, then why did you come here?
Because this is where he belongs. Here, working for me. I knew you'd come around eventually. Right or wrong, Manuel Calavera is always with the winning team, right, Manny? That's why you're here now.
I'm getting off this rock, and I'm taking all of these people with me.
Manny, there's no way off this island. I'm afraid you're stuck here in my little executive training program. See, I need you to take my place here, kid. I've got to get back to the city where the action is.
Sorry, Manny, but I had to come in. My skin was getting all pruny.
Him, I don't need.
I'm gonna grind you to powder for that, cabrón.
Maybe later. But for now, let me just show you your new office.
Careful, BB. The new boss is waking up.
Bobby Hill. I'll never get over that.
I like my old desk better.
Derp.
This is sad. Hola, angelitos.
I'll bite you, I swear to God!
Please don't bite anyone else, Pugsy. That's why they put us in the cage in the first place.
Why do you want to bite me?
You're the mean new boss.
Mr. Hurley said you were meaner than him.
He said you had a bone saw.
You bite me and I'll sue your parents.
Our parents?
Hey, don't cry, children. Please, stop crying. Why am I so bad at this? My name is Manny Calavera. What's yours?
Mr. Hurley told us about you. You're the one who tricked Meche.
Poor Meche.
I didn't trick anybody.
Mr. Hurley said he was supposed to take care of Meche, but you stole her case from him.
Is that true?
Let me see if I can explain this whole thing to you. You see, I had this job, selling travel packages to immigrant souls. If I sold enough of them, I got to leave the land of the dead. Now, I was in a slump, and I really needed a fat commission, so...
You're a bad man.
Go away, bad man.
Yeah, go away.
Mitch is my friend. You can ask her.
She talked about you before.
Every time she says your name, she looks so sad.
I don't know what you did to her, but you're gonna be sorry.
What are you two doing in this cage?
Making light bulbs.
Look, we're working as hard as we can. Why don't you leave us alone?
The game's gonna stop in 15 minutes because why? Why? Because my PS4 disconnected from the internet? I'm sorry. I'm sorry my PS4 doesn't have internet right now. What, you gonna stop the game? It's fucking stupid.
Listen, children. I'm here to help.
There's really not much more room in here.
Your hands are too big to make light bulbs.
My hands are not too big to make light bulbs.
Then why don't you help?
I just don't have any of those little tiny tools, that's all.
Here, take my hammer.
You're two bad little children. I'm glad you're in a cage. Very bad. You know, I really do want to help.
Then why don't you?
On second thought, maybe I don't.
We don't want to either, but we don't have a choice.
I'm the one who's gonna take Meche out of here.
What?
You can't do that.
Who's gonna take care of us? We'll be all alone.
Nice cage you have here.
Mr. Hurley grew demon ravens with human heads in here.
He said if we ever tried to get away, he'd send the ravens after us.
And let them make nests out of our bones.
So, Domino was growing ravens with human heads somehow. Must have been some sort of customized demon.
Okay, back to work.
So mean.
And that explains the raven with the human head we saw before.
This is the tiniest little hammer I've ever seen.
Oh, look, it's my Prince Charming. Are you back here just to insult me some more, or do you just want some ice for your head?
Man, that ashtray's so fancy you could eat caviar out of it.
Once you got used to the sooty aftertaste, you'd feel like a king.
Come on, we're getting out of here.
Trying to steal my commission from Domino again. Manny, don't you ever give up?
I'm not after any commission. I just want to get us both out of here.
Then why don't you just ask your boss for the day off?
Can't believe you think he's my boss. He's my arch enemy.
I think he's your boss. You think he's my boyfriend. We don't seem to have a good foundation of trust in our relationship, do we?
I'm sorry I implied he was your boyfriend. I do trust you.
Well, I'm not sure I trust you about that, but I'll tell you one thing that would convince me.
Name it.
Give me your gun.
What? What makes you think I have a gun?
You work for the most heavily armed organization in the land of the dead. Don't try to tell me they didn't issue you a gun.
I don't work for the most heavily armed organization anywhere.
You know, you're right. There are those rumors of that revolutionary army that's been stockpiling weapons.
Actually, them, I work for.
Manny, why don't you come back when you're willing to deal straight with me, okay?
Hey, about that gun.
Ready to hand over your heater?
I would if I had one.
Right.
I think we need to talk.
Start talking. You're the salesman.
I have a lot of explaining to do.
Save your breath. Domino's explained it all to me already.
You have a lot of explaining to do.
Me? About what?
Why did you take me out with that champagne bottle?
I told you to stop you from falling into Domino's trap. If you had made it on that ship, then you would have ended up...
Here?
Yes.
Why are those children locked up in a cage?
With the wings those angelitos have, they're the only things on this island Domino can't control.
Hey, if they can fly, let's set the kids free to go get help.
They can't fly that far, Manny. But they can fly circles around Domino, and they can bite pretty hard.
So why did you run out of my office?
I felt so embarrassed, and you looked so disappointed in me. I couldn't stand it anymore.
That's not a good enough reason.
Then what were you doing that whole year I was in Ubakawa?
I was lost.
What did you...
I don't want to talk about that year, please.
Has Domino hurt you in any way?
Not as much as I've hurt him. Boy, can that guy take a punch.
Why are you working for Domino?
I do what he asks only to protect the children.
Okay, I'll lay off the questions.
Great. Now if we could get you to just lay off the cologne.
Hey, I'm a sailor now. We have to wear this stuff. They didn't issue me a gun.
What, are you on probation? I'm not buying this, Manuel. Manny, why don't you come back when you're willing to deal straight with me, okay?
All right.
Hey, about that...
Ready to hand over your heat?
Stop.
Listen.
Manny...
I did not want to access that. Am I just doing this at the wrong time?
Hey, about
Stop.
that...
Manny...
I don't like how you can't decide what you want to touch. There's a sort of timing thing. I don't know why... You guys will see it eventually. Whenever it decides to work.
Ow! Oh, my stockings! They're ruined! And this was my best pair! You try to have one nice thing on this cruel island.
Good enough for me.
What is?
Oh, the speed at which you're working.
That's nice, Manny, but you're not my boss, so really I couldn't care less.
Good. Excellent. Carry on.
So sorry.
Sir, do you have an appointment?
I'm going in there to tell Domino my demands.
I don't think you fully understand the chain of command around here. Pugsy and BB work for you. You and I work for Domino, who works for Hector Le Mans, crime boss of El Maro.
Well, I think it's time for a little corporate restructuring. Domino. Domino!
Taking your first coffee break already, Calavera?
We got a score to settle, Issy.
You know, if I ever spoke to my boss Hector that way...
You killed my best friend.
The demon? Manny, you can use a demon as a driver. Let him carry your messages, let him serve you food. But you can't ever start thinking of them as friends. It's just not natural.
What are you doing out here on the edge of the world?
Oh, I know. I ask myself that every day. But I'm going to train you, Manny, to take my place here running this 2-bit light bulb factory.
You and Hector set up a secret hideout to make light bulbs?
Oh, no, that's just a side benefit. The real purpose is to have a place we can lock up all those old clients of mine. Can't have good people wandering loose in the land of the dead, telling everybody how we stole their double-in tickets, now can we?
Pretty fucked up. You steal their tickets and then you take them away to a secret island and force them to work for you for free? Pretty fucked up.
You stole all these people's tickets?
Okay, how much of this haven't you figured out, Calavera? Capal would route all the good clients to me after he switched over their tickets to a secret holding fund. I'd cover up the paper trail, and we'd make sure that the pigeon jumped overboard at the Pearl.
I knew it! You were getting all the good clients.
I handled them all, except for Mercedes, who you hijacked from me in that ridiculous hot rod, which I saw, by the way, last time I was in Rubacava. I tell you, Manny,
Hot rods like that just don't look safe to me.
So it wasn't my fault Meche didn't get a ticket. You stole it.
Well, it's your fault she ended up in the forest instead of coming here right away, but I fixed that.
I'm taking Meche out of this dungeon.
Manny, before I found her, she spent a year out there in the petrified forest alone because of you. By comparison, I'd say I'm keeping her pretty comfortable here in my dungeon. Wouldn't you say?
One ticket for you, one for Hector. How many more do you need?
Oh, Manny. We never touch the product ourselves. We sell a ticket to unfortunate souls, unable to lead moral lives because of the crippling amount of cash they were born into.
Holy shit, Malice Toaster never thought about that. Domino Hurley could mean one who will overthrow God. It's pretty crazy. Wow, you're smart. I like you.
But you could just take the tickets and leave today.
We found a way to make the land of the dead livable. Why would we want to leave?
Nice island you got here.
Yeah, the previous owners didn't know what they had here. Let us pick it up for a song. They scooped out all the coral they could reach with their crane and then abandoned the plant. But we knew we had what it would take to go the extra distance to the big reef.
Are you about to lecture me about the winning attitude again?
No! Slave labor, Manny. That's the real ticket to success.
Jesus.
How can you keep little children in a cage?
Trust me, it's easier than keeping big kids in a cage.
Why don't you just sprout me like you tried at Puerto Zapato?
That wasn't me. That was Hector. He's so unimaginative. Just wants to tie up the loose ends, you know? But I believe, however, that you can be rehabilitated through honest work.
What makes you think I'm gonna work for you?
Well, there's not much to do on this island if you don't work, take it from me. And think about it. Once I'm gone, it will be just you and Meche alone on this deserted island. Don't tell me that prospect doesn't appeal to you.
I don't plan to be on this island for very long.
Manny, I have all the guns. I have all the transportation, and I have all the brains. What are you gonna do?
Well, I gotta get back to trying to escape.
Hey, you do that, kid. Knock yourself out.
What a dick. Alright, Meche won't help me, and obviously the kids won't help me, and Domino will... I mean, of course he won't help me. And Glottis is gone. Alright, duh. He fell off the edge of the water.
I'll bet all these miners were brought here by that octopus. Well, at least it didn't eat them. Now show him. We're busting out of here. Man, if I had only gotten that book back from Terry, I could really start some trouble here. Chipito seems a little overpowered by this choice of tools. Chipito!
Huh? Who? Oh, you, is it? Why, I oughta... Look at my eyebrows.
Well, you really weren't standing in a very safe place.
Well, neither are you right now, amigo.
Relax, we're busting out of here soon.
We are done traveling together. I work solo, my friend, and I walk alone.
Nice drill.
Drill? This here is a cordless, high-speed reciprocating chisel. And look, it's a bust-all. They usually don't give these to the new guys.
How'd you get a bus stop?
I'm connected, plugged in, and I had some booty to trade. Trade's the name of the game out here in the Big Reef.
Noticed how trade was in all caps.
Booty? Where'd you get booty?
It's all over the ocean floor. Jewelry, precious coins. You people and your fancy boats never know about it, 'cause you just never stop and look.
Give me some booty and I'll buy our way out of here.
I traded it all for this beauty.
You traded jewelry and precious coins for a power tool?
It's a bust-all.
That tool looks a little overpowered for you.
Overpowered? Nothing overpowers Chipito.
If If you say so. I want to trade something.
Well, you came to the right place, Sonny. What you be needing?
Well,
A hug?
Nope. That's the one thing I ain't got for you.
A boat?
There you go again with the boats. You know I don't like them. Why do you have to needle me?
A towel?
Hey, you funny guy, chalkhead.
My friend Gladys to be alive.
What? What happened?
He went over the edge.
Oh, stay away from the edge, I tell you. It's dangerous. I've seen whole ships go over it in my time. Their engines in full reverse, trying to drop anchor. But the current, you can't fight her. So stay back.
let's see if we can replace her silk stockings.
How about a pair of nice silk stockings?
Ah, now there's a high-ticket item. I might be able to get you some, but I gotta tell you, you couldn't afford it.
Like they're so pricey.
A drink?
Ha! We're swimming in the biggest drink there is. Drinks aren't a hot commodity down here, sorry.
A gun?
Ooh, that's gonna cost some. What do you got on you?
My scythe?
You'd be willing to part with that?
No.
When you got something worth trading, come see old Chapito. He'll do you right. Stupid chisel.
Who seems to think that silk stockings are valuable?
Hey, Cheppy, check out the hosiery.
Say, these are real silk. Where'd you find them?
I've been wearing them the whole time.
You too? Well then, here's your new best friend.
Ah, my first Sproutella gun. Is it loaded?
No. Hey, bullets are hard to get. Ooh, to the moon, he
Chapito seems
says.
a little overpowered by his choice of tools.
Stupid chisel.
My first Sproutella gun.
Okay.
Chillin'. Chillin'.
Let's see what it'll give me for this.
Hold
Yo,
still.
Vito, have you ever seen an authentic little chipper?
A little chipper? No, I haven't. But I'd sure love to give it a test drive. Say, little chipper, you're okay. Going to Mississippi.
He's quite the one.
Oh, rusty anchor.
It's a bus doll.
I imagine we'll be needing that at some point, maybe. Don't know what we're gonna bust. Maybe all of it. Alright, Meche. Here's my gun. That's not my gun. That's not my gun. Here's my gun.
Here. What good's a relationship without trust?
True. A relationship without trust is about as empty as a gun without bullets. Guess you didn't realize a smart girl always keeps an extra round in her hat for mad days. Come on, let's go.
Meche, you don't know what you...
I know exactly what I'm doing. Now move!
Would you just listen to my escape plan first?
Trouble in paradise, kids?
You're letting us go right now, or your boy Friday here gets it.
Well, I hate to see you go, Manny, but the lady seems to have made up her mind.
I'm serious. I'll shoot him.
Fine. He really doesn't work for me anyway.
But I thought I'll shoot you then.
No, you won't. You're too good, remember?
I'm not good anymore. You've taken that out of me, keeping me a prisoner here. I'm gonna crack you open like a fake wing gauze. I'm gonna...
Kid's all right. She's a firecracker, but a night in the cooler usually dampens her fuse.
Oh, nice cut.
Domino!
Hey, Sport, how's the escape going?
What did you do with her?
I thought she needed a little time out, that's all.
Well, I gotta get back to trying to escape.
Hey, you do that, kid. Knock yourself out.
Where did he put her?
Anybody!
Must be a combination lock, but there are no numbers on it.
where
Four
are
down
you?
was never good with numbers. This should open it. Must be a combination lock, but there are no numbers on it. Pour down was never good with numbers. Must be a combination lock, but there pour down with...
Alright. He doesn't want to access it, so I think it's pretty obvious that we just have to bust it.
This isn't funny! This isn't funny! Manny!
Must have hit a major circuit. But it looks like I've exposed the guts here.
Puzzle time. Garbage day. Look at this. His hand animation is second to none. Alright, you just gotta line these babies up. Make sure they're all flat on one side up. Come on. That should do it. Alright, next one. There we go. Voila. Alright, now it's not done yet. Here's the trick. And this part was not obvious to me. You gotta stick your scythe in there.
Stay.
Totally obvious, right?
All right, Mitchie, you can come out now. Mitchie? Boy, the bus doll and I really did a number on that door.
Where's Mitchie?
Some sort of metal contact. No. Electrical current makes my marrow tingle. Looks like years and years of coral harvest reports. This can't be what this secret safe is meant to hold. They're all locked up. These must be very, very sensitive coral harvest reports. Man, people in the old days were huge. Mitchie, are you in there? It's time to come out, honey. No time for hide and seek. Man, people in...
Yeah.
This must be the big chipper. Esta cosa is heavy.
Oops.
Uh-oh. Oh, Raul. I am so sorry. No.
Yeah, so let's touch metal onto the little conductor. See what that does.
Manny, I knew you would... Why is that door closed?
It was the only way the wind?
Oh.
Mitch, come now.
Hey, this is my room. Go use up the air in your own room.
That home plumbing sprinkler system looks like it's about to fall apart. That vent is the only way out of here that I can see. I couldn't reach that vent, even if I stood on Mitch's shoulders.
Wouldn't it make more sense for me to stand on your shoulders anyway?
Are you kidding? Look at your heels. Doesn't look like she's cooled off yet. Thanks for not shooting me.
Look, I'm sorry. I should have trusted you. It's just that the past 2 years have been pretty tough, you know?
Yeah, I imagine.
What's in these cases?
Take a look. It's all the double-end tickets Hector and Dom have stolen over the years. Each one stolen from a good soul, and now they just sit there.
That's it.
What?
They just sit there. That's what's been bothering me. In the days when I was a hot salesman, I used to see double-end tickets all the time, and they move.
What do you mean they move?
They become agitated around human souls, and the ticket that belongs to you will actually fly into your hand. But these tickets, and the tickets in that suitcase of Charlie's, It's like they're dead. Why would Hector and Domino be hoarding cases of counterfeit double-end tickets? Warning. Fire system. Do not touch.
Well, let's touch it. Well, the only thing that's useful to us right now is our scythe. So let's try it on everything. Nothing came out. Let's try this one more time.
Now, all we have to do is wait for the room to fill up, and we'll just float on out of here. Well, this is disappointing.
Not to me. We don't float, remember?
Alright, take note of this. When I turn the water off, watch where the water goes.
Thank you.
It all seemed to flow down into this tile right here. I know Manny's not strong enough to lift this thing. He'll drop it if he tries to lift it. And voila. And breaky breaky.
After you.
What about the suitcases?
Forget them. They're counterfeit. They wouldn't fit through this hole anyway. Let's go. Okay, you get the kids, and I'll meet you back here with the boat.
What boat?
Well, I'm working on that.
Okay, Manny.
Where am I gonna get a boat? I bet Gladys would know.
I don't know. Probably a boat somewhere. I mean, how does Domino get off?
It's the edge of the world, but not the edge I'm looking for. Join Gladys? I don't think I'm ready for that yet.
Jeez.
They must bring the poor over here to be crushed. Either that, or these are the biggest, meanest looking hair cutters I've ever seen. Those things are dangerous. I'd be ground to bits. It's enorme.
It's enormous! Alright, we can drive this little guy around. So we'll drive to the opposite side here. Now, even though this conveyor belt is growing this way, we can run down it. It doesn't seem like you'd be able to, but you can. So I'll show you the way through this little puzzle. Turn the direction of the conveyor belt. Go back up.
Uh-oh.
Work our way down here. It takes a while. Do you guys remember Sailor Velasco from Rubacava? This was his beloved SS La Mancha. And there's Gladys, he's okay.
Gladys! You're okay!
Well, it hurt a little when I hit, but my head cracked open an aft panel here.
I gotta tell you, carnal, I thought you were dead.
Oh, Manny, I've been having a great time. Listen! I ask you, is there an engine that can resist the love that's in these hands?
Apparently not.
You know what I'm saying.
So good to see him again. I think this baby's our ticket out of here.
Oh, yeah, good point. I was just wrenching her for fun, but your idea's good, too.
Gladys never thought about crawling up this chain and saying hi. Alright. Glottis is okay, and he's got himself a little project to work on. So now that we've got the conveyor belt running this way, let's head back up. So, if you recall, back on the other side, we have those giant things that look like hair curlers, as Manny mentioned. Let's drop our crane down here. And see if we can't get that crane into there. Oh, that was what I needed. The bus stall. You only need this item twice in the game. Busted.
I can see why they don't give these chisels to the new guys.
Manny, you run so slow. Or do they just make these environments too big? This area sort of reminds me of the giant sand area in Half-Life 2. The beach area. Oh. Alright, so put the chain in there and bring it back up. Can bust those things out. Of course, I did that a little early. Didn't need to do that yet, but oh well. Drop the chain down here. Animation. Just affect this a bit. The chain gets all bunched up from rolling in the wrong direction. Then we send it back the other way and it wraps around the anchor. And Manny's walk cycle doesn't work. Oh, and we pull the chain up.
Glottis, I'm so glad to see you.
Aww. Is the boat already?
Yeah, come on. Let's go eat some reef.
Works like crazy. Full speed ahead. What? Oh.
So are you really going to bring me back and try to get your old job again?
There's no job for me now except to bring you and everyone else here to the end of the road.
But if you aren't going to use me to get your job back, why did you spend all this time trying to find me?
Meche, I needed to find you.
I gave you one job, Manny. And look at you, already screwing it up. I suppose you realize that this is gonna go down on your permanent record.
That cutscene a bit ends so abruptly. Alright. Let's tango.
Ah, good. Woo!
This doesn't look good for the kid.
Look, Dom, I'm not gonna work for you.
Oh, don't worry about that. You're fired. Just consider this your severance.
Alright.
What are you doing away from your desk anyway?
I'm sending this domino back to the bone pile.
Combat.
Smart
smart strategy? Always let your boss win.
You know, your name is Domino, but you're really just a pawn.
Please, save the comic book one-liners for when you're winning.
Oops, I skipped some dialogue. My bad.
Hey, I'll stop anytime you get tired.
You can do this for a while.
Just please stay down this time. At least at the Christmas party, you passed out before you really got hurt. Had enough?
I think that's the end of that. Alright, so what you really gotta do is
That's the squishiest looking periscope I've ever seen.
just poke this guy in the eye.
I don't believe you, Calavera. You're losing a fight, so you pick on one of my pets? Why aren't you more like me, Manny? I've been trying to show you how, but you don't listen. If you just adopt the proper attitude, just look what could happen to you.
Sorry.
Name?
Pugsy Poligiano, sir.
Waiting room number 2. Next.
¡Flores! ¡Flores! ¿Estás bien? Glottis, where'd you go this time?
Where did Glottis go? It's because he's been away from vehicles too long. He's a demon who thrives off of being an engineer. But boop, boop. Let me just mute that. Yep. So we'll have to figure out what happens next time. Guys. Alright. Thanks for joining us.